like mild nudity, and you like ninjas and demons,
and here,
stop what you're doing, go and watch Ninja Scroll. Probably, it's in my top 10 of fucking awesome movies that you need to watch from anime before you die. Honestly, it's the violence in it is beautiful. The animation itself is beautiful, and then on contrast with some of the violent graphic things that are happening in front of your eyes, it's one of those things that will torture your brain for a while, but after that you'll start falling in love with the fact that you have basically a swordsman for hire who pretty much saves, the last surviving member of a ninja clan from, you can call them demons, right? They're basically demons.
Kind of like demonic, ninjas with demonic powers, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because they were still human at some point or some way. Something like that. I don't know.
Basically, when you boil it down, the main character, he's a swordsman for hire, saves girl, falls in love with girl, helps girl kill, ninjas that took out her whole clan. I mean, I'm not gonna get into all the nitty-gritty details because I want you to go watch it, experience it for yourself. You will not be disappointed, I promise you that. And if you are, too bad for you, I won't be. I mean, it's... Anytime there's a plot to overthrow a government and you have one badass guy there that's going to be like, you know what? Nah, we ain't going to do this. We ain't going to allow this to happen. And there's blood everywhere. I tell you what, if by the first 20 minutes you're not interested enough to finish this fucking movie, something's wrong with you. What the fuck is that in Discord chat? Oh god.
Dear God.
Why is it? The motherfucker's pointing next door. Look at him. Oh, fuck. I accidentally closed the fucking Discord on accident because of that fucking thing. I'm gonna scroll it and fucking... I can't look at a dick all day. Yes, there is. But, REMO, I know you've seen it. I know you've seen some of the other movies and even the series, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. I actually watched the series, but I did not like it. It is nowhere near as good as the original movie. The original movie is by far one of the best animes and anime movies ever made, and the show is just so subpar.
I know. I felt the series left... I don't know. I don't want to say a bad taste in my mouth because I like Ninja Scroll, but it didn't have the same feel. It didn't feel as good,
Definitely, like, the original story was so good. The way that each character was their own individual person, but even then they had their own little quirks on top of it. Jubei Kibagami, which is still one of my favorite ever protagonists in an anime or any medium for that matter, was just from his humor, his smart-assness, but then when he took shit seriously, the way that you can tell he's fallen in love with this girl, but at the same time he's hesitant because of the life he lives, I should say, and just where the story goes. If you say you're an anime fan, you're really not until you've seen this movie in my book. Because it might not be the best anime ever made, but it is pretty much the pinnacle of great animation, great storytelling, great characters, everything that you should love of an anime is in this.
Nope.
This is one of the ones where I enjoy both voice actings. The English dub and then, Japanese. I feel like both sides do a pretty good job of portraying the characters. Also, a fun fact, the woman who does the English voice for the female main character is also in Akira, by the way.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. And yeah, I agree with you. I think to some degree that the English voice acting for this is actually better than the Japanese. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where, we definitely got to check it out, just for the simple fact that, you know, it holds a place in animation right now to this day, where when people start talking about violent animes or animes that, you know, really helped send this into mainstream, kind of, you know, all in the face of, you know, the Western culture, this is definitely one of the ones that pop up in most conversations. What's the best way to put this? In '93, when it came out in Japan, it wasn't that big of a thing to them, really, but it started to really... It really started to gain momentum towards the middle of '94. That's why we got the English one as soon as we did. I mean, yeah, it's difficult to explain because over there, anime is looked at kind of like how we look at sitcoms over here. Oh, there's another one coming out. Oh, there's this one coming out. It wasn't until after, you know, it caught wind here in the Western culture that it really exploded, in my opinion. I mean, I might be wrong. You might have another opinion of it, but that's just how I looked at it.
See, it was popular enough. It's one of the few animes that was so popular that just like Berserk, 10, 15 years later, they needed to make a new series for it. Sadly, it was subpar, but it was held in that highest regard to actually... Because in Japan, what people don't know, some might, usually they make only one, and if you're lucky, 2 seasons. You don't, you know, a Dragon Ball Z or a Naruto or a Fairy Tail, it's a very unique thing there. So something has to be very popular or have a very big cult following to get new stuff made for it, like Ghost in the Shell, Vampire Hunter D. Ninja Scrolls is one of this. Sad thing about Ninja Scrolls was the second part that was put out, which was the series, was so subpar that nobody ever wanted any more after it. That's the sad part. But it was held as a really good anime there. It might not have been everybody's top favorite, but it was a really good anime that most Japanese saw. To that note, to people who don't know or don't watch anime or manga, over there, anime and manga are their 2 main forms of media. Yes, sometimes they'll make movies and have movies and stuff, and TV shows, but their main form of entertainment is manga and anime.
Oh, one more fun fact before we move on. That female English actress also did Charlotte from Vampire Hunter D, and she was also in Witch Hunter Robin.
Oh, what's her name? Oh, okay.
Miho. She was Miho in Witch Hunter Robin.
Oh, Miho.
I haven't seen that one in a while either.
Yeah, that's a long one. Actually, Jubei Kibigami, I think, was actually the third anime I ever saw. Vampire Hunter D. No, it has to be the 4th. Vampire Hunter D. Double Man. What is that? I actually saw Akira after I saw Ninja Scrolls, oddly enough. What is that? There's this anime I love. I actually have the video game for it on Super Nintendo. There's a crazy space anime, kind of like Blade Runner-esque, with this all-black monster thing that kills her brother, and really great anime. Actually, No, I'll have to find it and show you. You'll really dig it. Actually, you remember the Daredevil movie?
Yeah.
You know how it took some scenes from Ninja Scrolls? A lot of people don't know this, but the director of... Yes, a lot of people don't like the original Daredevil movie and think it's kind of shitty. But a lot of scenes were stole from Ninja Scrolls and that other anime that I'm talking about, like the shower scene. The part where he takes the tooth out is from Ninja Scrolls, but the other part where he's in the shower and like starts holding his head and is almost like about to cry or whatever it was taken out of the other anime, and they put both of those parts together for that scene in Daredevil.
Huh.
Yeah, you remember that he gets knocked by that big rock dude. He finally kills him, but then he's like in a hot spring and he's just like fiddling with his tooth and it falls out and he just tosses it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Also, this is one of the first times that, you know, an anime really took on a social issue about rape. Not really, but it was fucked up what happened.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this should not teach kids to watch out for venereal and STDs. Nothing will. Yeah, Carmageddon, you've never seen this, but this one girl in there, she's a good guy, she's a ninja, but you want to know what her ninja power is?
Sure.
The guy tries to fuck her, kiss her, or touch her, they die. Her skin and, let's say, what's the word for it I'm looking for? Fluids are poisonous.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Jas.
Only the Japanese could think of something like that.
Not even mad.
Either I am, because it's actually a really good story point. Like, it might sound absurd and crazy, but if you actually watch the movie, it's actually this really good story point because Jubei ends up getting poisoned, and the only way to combat it is anti-venom or another type of weak poison fighting that poison. So, yeah. But it doesn't end the way that you kiddies might think. You gotta watch it to find out.
Yep.